students. What is that supposed to look like for us in special education? It's a lot about getting to know your students, getting to know what they like, getting to know what they don't like. I like to spend a lot of time knowing what is their tolerance for sharing? What is their tolerance for taking turns? Are they able to walk in line appropriately? Do they need to have their hand held? Do I need to get one of those like things with the circles and a long like rope and everyone holds a circle with the color? Fortunately, I have never had to use that, and we just managed to get through the hallway, and it may take a month or so or a couple weeks, but eventually they know that, okay, we walk in line, or we just use verbal prompts, or if it's just one student, then we make sure that we hold their hand in the hallway, and eventually we'll work to walking with the rest of the class. But it's just a lot about getting to know your students. Week 1 in a special education classroom, get to know your students. And then also, you may not see it, but they're also getting to know you. They're getting to know what you like. They're getting to know what you don't like. And for the ones that are aware and know what they're doing, they know when you're not looking at them. They know when the attention is not on them, and they're able to maybe do something that they know that they're not supposed to do, depending on the classroom. So week 1 is just knowing your students, and also get to know your parents. Get to know, okay, how much communication does this parent want to know about their student and their day? And it's just a big old get to know you party in all of the different ways. The students are getting to know you as a teacher. Their parents are getting to know you and your style of communication, and kind of just what are you going to communicate with them about. And I'm always a big communicator, so I will let parents know certain things. I will let them know how their day was. What subject are we working on? What did the student learn? Oh, he did all his letters today. I did not know that he knew this letter. I didn't know he knew this much. Or if it's a struggle, like there was a time he was just running around the classroom and we were supposed to be in circle, and we kind of had to just keep prompting him and he kept running away. Different things about just being honest about their day. And I think parents will really learn to respect that from you as a teacher if you can be honest about them. And most parents don't want to hear that, oh, it was a good day all the time. Like, yeah, they want you to have a good day. They want their student to be the most well-behaved in the classroom. But they also know, they should know their students. So there's going to be some battles. There's going to be some fights. There's going to be some things that the student may need to work on. So, like, be honest with their day. Like, if they had a bad day, let them know that, hey, it was a little bit of a rough day, but always have a positive outlook. Say, hey, but we're working on it. Beginning of the year, like, we got time to work on it. And just staying positive with communication, letting parents know that that even if it is a bad day, that, like, we're still working on it. Like, I told multiple parents this week, it's the first week of school. It's a new classroom, surrounded by new students. Like, we're gonna work on it. It's gonna be okay. So, like, week 1 is just kind of building that standard of communication with parents, and also just you building your relationship with your students. In a general education classroom, it may look different with how quick that you get into your academic stuff, and how quick you're going to work through your workbooks and the different educational topics and subjects and whatnot. But in a special education classroom, like, it's all about building that rapport with your students, getting to know your students, getting to know what they love, getting to know what are they willing to work for when it's an unpreferred task, or how to use what they like to help them learn what you're trying to teach them. And this first week, and I would even stretch it out to at least 2 to 3 weeks of just getting to know them, letting them play with their preferred activities. I'm using a lot of naturalistic teaching methods of sharing when they're playing with their cars, like playing with their cars with them, getting on the floor and playing with them. I can't put a value on that time spent just don't placing demands, not even trying to take turns quite yet, but just trying to play with them, trying to get to know, okay, what is their favorite activity? What is their favorite color? What is their favorite car color? They always like to pick the blue car. Like, just getting to know your students is maybe one of the most undervalued things in special education. And after going on my 4th year, I cannot tell you the amount of things that have gone well for me because I know my students. I know what's going to trigger them. I know what, if I need them to do something, as far as like need them to do something that like I'm just trying to take data on how much letters they know, how much numbers they know, can they do this addition, like whatever it is, because I know what they like, because I know, okay, this is how I have to ask it, then like you get more out of it when you get to know your students. And if you have a heart for special education, if you have a heart for special education, I mean, that means you love your students with special needs, the good and the bad, the times that they're having behaviors and it's going to be a rough day, but are you willing to be patient, be willing to deal with those behaviors? Don't run from the behaviors. If you watch my channel long enough, I'm going to say this phrase multiple times, and I mean it, not in something that you want to do every day, but the phrase that I will say multiple times is trigger the tantrum. When you have the support in the classroom, when you have the time to do it, trigger the tantrum in order to work on these skills and goals that the students need to work on. If you run away from the tantrum and you let the student do whatever they want to do for the whole day because you don't want to trigger the tantrum, it's going to be a long year. It's going to be a long year. And another 3 words that I will say a lot is pick your battles. So trigger the tantrum, but also pick your battles. Know when it's time to work. Know when it's time to kind of be lenient and let things go, because it's a long year. And it's just important to know and have that wisdom and discernment. And some of it's going to come with experience. No matter how much times you try, like you're gonna fail. They're gonna, oh, I probably should have let him have that, or I probably could have pushed him a little bit more. Like, you're gonna know just by experience. But don't run from it. Don't run from it. If this is your first week ever teaching in a developmental or any ESE setting, don't run away from the tantrums. But trust your process. Trust that you know what you're doing, and trust that as you get to know your students and as you get to love your students, that you're always going to have their best intention in mind, the best intention to teach them, to help them learn these behavior goals and academic skills. But just trust your process. And I'm telling you, these students will learn. They will learn. Just have patience, build that structure, and just get to know your students, get to know your families, get to know what they like and what they don't like. So I'm going to leave this video at that. And I hope that you'll continue to watch my videos. Please follow, please subscribe, comment, interact with the video in some sort of way. It could just be a like, and you want to turn off the video, go ahead. But just interact with it in some sort of way. Subscribe for more content in the future. Thank you. God bless you.